morning and thank you for joining us on the show. Good morning, Abuja. Is another beautiful Tuesday morning here in the capital city, Abuja, and it's with lots of love that we are saying good morning to you from NTA Abuja Channel 5, the Unity Station. My name is Shuaibu Mustafa Labaran. I would like to warmly welcome you to today's show as we have a lot in stock for you. Yes, this morning we'll be diving into the world of health as well as discussing so many prospects that will be beneficial to you as well as enlighten, educate, and of course keep you informed. Today's show promises to be explosive as there's a lot to take from it. Let us begin by going to our motivational corner, and we have Adeza standing by to tell us something truly inspiring. So please stay with us.
There's a saying that when the going gets tough, only the talk gets good. How tough for you? Well, life will humble you to the point that you ask yourself if adversity is really a strength that you pray to have. Stay focused, stay resilient, and keep pushing. By all means, if giving up feels like the best thing to do, don't give up. If that gives you your results, if that gets you what you desire, give up. But if it doesn't, it's difficult, yes. It's really, really difficult. Anybody that tells you that it isn't difficult, I promise you, that is a lie. But that difficult nature of it is what tells you that at the very end, at the end of that resilience, there's a huge win that awaits you. Stay resilient, stay focused, stay consistent, push, and ensure that that adversity that you're facing doesn't stop you from achieving your desired result, from getting to your desired destination.
Welcome back and thank you so much, Adeza. Now let's go straight to our fitness corner and let's exercise the body so that we could get it tuned up for whatever challenges that we intend to embark on today. Welcome back from our fitness corner. Remember, it's a good morning, Abuja, and like I'd like to say, we men, humans, we are not sedimentary. We are not supposed to stand in one place like a rock or a tree. We're meant to move, and so in moving, we get to exercise our body and get it to be of optimal performance. But it's time for us to go on this short break. When we come back, enterprise will be our topic for discussion as we have a very important guest. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Chudi Ugwada Ezerigwe. He'll be joining us when we come back from this break. Stay with us.
This is called the police.
Live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5, Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
And with your support, with your assistance, criminality will be stamped out of FCT. We have determined, we have the capacity to withstand them, we have the capacity to equally deal with them, Your Excellency.
Lowest minimum time possible, especially when the callers were able to get across to us quickly.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and this morning we will be delving into the world of small and medium scale enterprises. Yes, for any society, any economy to be termed as vibrant, it means its small and medium scale enterprises are doing very well. Now, you might begin to wonder, why is this so? That is because everybody cannot be a conglomerate. However, the little efforts that we all put together, whether it's that man who is into that soap making, or is that person who is doing a business that is normally tied to those little women, or is even people upscale the business to be able to attract customers due to their ability to bring a commodity that is most needed to them. The small and medium scale enterprises, in whatever angle you want to look at it from, is a must have. Now, the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, is one that has a very vibrant small and medium scale enterprises. And if we want to look at from those women who you see designing the clay pots from the time of the great Lady Kwali herself, or we want to look at it from the angle of the soap makers, the shea butter, people who make shea butter, and these things add up to the bigger economy, and they are in no way providing immeasurable support to the Nigerian economy by their effort. This morning, we will be examining how important they are, what challenges they face, and what support we can give them. And we'll be doing this through the agency that is set up specifically for this purpose. We're talking about the Abuja Enterprise Agency. Good morning, sir, and welcome on the show.
Good morning, yes, and of course, good morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
My guest this morning is none other but Mr. Chudi Ugwada Ezirigwe, who is the acting managing director slash CEO of Abuja Enterprise Agency. It's such a pleasure having you in the house.
Thank you very much. My pleasure.
I've heard you described as the friend of the business owner. I don't know if that description is if what I heard is wrong. Can you please let us know, why do these small business owners refer to you as their friend?
Well, they refer to me as their friend practically because, for us as Abuja Enterprise Agency, we can feel their pulse. Our responsibility is to them. And, one of our cardinal vectors as an agency is respect for the human person.
Wow.
So that when we go out to work or when they come to our offices are open, windows are open, doors are open, and we relate to them one-on-one, because you really can't help or assist or support a person who is in business in an environment without being friends, without understanding their feelings and without having the passion to get someone from zero to something.
Amazing.
So that is just why it's as if, not just myself alone, the entire body of staff, because we work as a team, really work as a team. So for us, as an agency, that respect we have for the human person is what translates into the way we deliver our job. And that's why they feel free with us, and they're always coming, and we always go into them with our support, with our assistance, and with all those things, our services that are always, tailored to meet their demand. So when we meet their demand, they feel very okay with us, and so it goes.
Amazing. Yeah, but let's have an understanding of what these are. What in your description now? How would you describe the small and medium scale enterprise community of Abuja? Like, what do you see? Is it vibrant? Is it doing well?
Yes, you see, Abuja, as you already know, is a growing city. In fact, Abuja is about the fastest growing city in sub-Saharan Africa. And the growth is reflected also in the emerging businesses that are springing up in the FCT. And it's an environment that you have people who are actually enlightened, by way of default. And that has made our job easier, even though you say, beyond the city, where you call the Federal Capital
city, which is, predominantly in the Abuja Metropolitan Management Council area. We also have the other 5 area councils, that are within the Federal Capital Territory. And our job is to ensure that our services permeate into these 5 area councils, including AMAC, which is in the center. So you have a very vibrant business community here that, to the extent that for us, the level of enlightenment is such that, for some area councils, we really need to come down to their level in terms of communication. Because for us, communication is key. Information is very, very important in the delivery of our services, in the delivery of our activities to the people. Because, so many times we find that people usually presume that they know these things that we are talking about when we say entrepreneurship and enterprise. This assumption is that I know it after all. Sometimes the businesses people run, or the activities, the business activities or economic activities that people run, they inherit from their parents or from their families. But you see, the world has become a global village and is transforming per minute, so that you cannot really operate any business within your locality in isolation without having to contend with the fact that you need to upscale and become competitive. Even if it is still within the country, you still have to be competitive because people are running the same business you're running somewhere else, and they're upscaling and they're doing better things. So that for you to survive as a business, you must have to be competitive. You must have to learn new tricks. You must have to learn new business ideas, that are easily accessible, especially in these days of information and communication technology.
Yes, talking about that information and communication technology, I want to take us a bit back to the COVID era. It will look like one of the blessings that came out from that very horrific era would be a certain reawakening to the need for small and medium enterprise businesses, because all of a sudden people were able to leverage on technology. The Abuja space now is filled with businesses on social media platforms such as Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. You see people advertising.
Yeah.
You see from something as simple as Zobo and Kuno to body creams and all of that. Now, in this competitive, because I'm coming down to the competition now, what level of training or expertise does your agency introduce to the business owners to make them stand out and be unique?
At the time that COVID came, it was like we were hooked because, of course, we had already started pushing for the idea of use of technology to leverage businesses before the COVID era. So in the FCT, for instance, it became very easy for business operators who had passed through the Abuja Interpresidency trainings, because we have a very vibrant faculty wherein the use of technology was of very key importance, to the extent that most entrepreneurs who pass through our training must be trained on the use of technology in running businesses. And it gives them this leverage in the area of communication, in the area of advertisement, awareness creation, even payment platforms, to be able to receive their monies without having to receive cash. This, of course, and so many things that the Abuja Enterprise was able to instill by way of training, and assimilation. Because one thing is to train, another thing is to assimilate and put it into practice. And this brings me to the question of, the faculty of mentors that we have. What we actually do in Abuja Enterprise is to ensure that once you pass through our training, we follow you up, keep a tab on you, and ensure that you are assigned a mentor who is within the same eco space with you. And then, of course, that provides you with, a continuous learning process, so that at the end of the day, beyond the training in the classroom, in the lecture rooms at the AEA, right? When you go back to your business location, right, you have your mentor visiting you from time to time, and of course you yourself have the responsibility of going back to this mentor when challenges, arise, and when new things, appear that you may not really be able to, handle. So that we encourage, people who pass through our trainings to always be available for learning.
Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, I will tell you a story of how I, sitting here, am a recipient of the AEA's training sometime in 2011, if I'm not mistaken. So let's take the short break. When we come back, there's still a lot to discuss on the program.
This is called the police.
Live on the Unity Station, NTA Channel 5 Abuja.
The least you and I can do is to assist them by making security our primary concern.
And with your support, with your assistance, criminality will be stamped out of FCT. We have determined, we have the capacity to withstand them, we have the capacity to equally deal with them, Your Excellency.
Lowest minimum time possible, especially when the callers were able to get across to us quickly.
Security is everyone's business. This is why NTA Channel 5 Abuja is collaborating with the FCT Police Command in providing a weekly platform for up-to-date security check in the FCT. Join us for the real information every Wednesday at 10:30 a.m. on NTA Channel 5 Abuja, the Unity Station.
Welcome back. The program is still Good Morning Abuja, and of course, we are having this very interesting conversation with Mr. Chudi Ugwada Ezerigwe, that is the acting managing director, stroke CEO of the Abuja Enterprise Agency. And before we went on that break, I did say I was also a recipient of the AEA training back in 2011. Not just me, many of my colleagues here. Now, that was a very, very important moment for us because it was we were freshly integrated into service and beginning our career as civil servants, and the AEA came to our organization, which is the NTA, and it spoke to us that it's not enough to just be a civil servant. It's also good to have something to do so that you could at least make ends meet, knowing the nature of the economy. Now, many of us took part in that training. Some of those my colleagues are, in fact, they are entrepreneurs now, doing very well for themselves. Some of us did not go the entrepreneurial route, but we picked a lot from that training. Now, let's come back to some of the programs you have, like this program of training. That was really interesting, and I learned a lot from it, and I have success stories from colleagues. Now, what other programs does the AEA do, not just for already established entrepreneurs now, but intending entrepreneurs who even don't know how to go about it?
Okay, so what we try to do is to bring about information dissemination.
Okay.
As we speak, we are engaging in a 2-month financial enlightenment and financial literacy, as we call it, financial literacy and financial inclusion campaign, which is taking us across the 6 area councils of the FCT.